What happened on that field didn't just rewrite rookie record books. It rewrote perception. It forced the national media to stop talking about Shador Sanders as a developmental project and start acknowledging him as one of the most gifted young quarterbacks in the league. It pushed analysts who once dismissed him to now scramble for explanations. It made opposing coaches rethink their scouting reports. And it left Tennessee, the team that had first crack at him in the draft, walking out of that stadium looking like they had just been steamrolled by a quarterback they thought they didn't need. That's the part of this story people outside Cleveland aren't fully appreciating yet. For all the grandeur of Shador's performance, for all the numbers and milestones and viral moments, this was also a humiliation for every team that passed on him. It was a reminder that scouting is imperfect, that biases cloud judgment, that narratives can blind decision-makers to what is right in front of them. This game forced executives to confront the uncomfortable truth that the player they overlooked is now outperforming, the one they invested their entire future in. And what makes it even more powerful is the context of Cleveland itself. This is not a stable franchise with a polished offensive structure. This is not a team with elite protection or world-class receivers. This is not an environment designed to elevate a young quarterback. Quite the opposite. This is a franchise that has spent 3 decades trying and failing to find the answer at the position that matters most. This is a franchise known more for chaos than continuity, more for heartbreak than hope, more for near misses than triumphs. And yet here comes a 5th-round rookie stepping into a disjointed system, walking into a locker room full of veterans desperate for stability, and playing with the calm precision of someone who has been doing this at a professional level for years. It's that juxtaposition, the broken system and the rising star, that makes what Shedeur is doing feel almost mythic. Every throw he made against Tennessee felt like a rebuttal to the doubts that have followed him since draft night. Every deep shot was a reminder of the arm talent that evaluators downplayed. Every tight window completion was a message to the league that timing and anticipation don't magically develop. They are ingrained in the DNA of special quarterbacks. Every scramble was a demonstration that mobility isn't just running fast, it's understanding angles, pressure, timing, and how to make defenders miss when the play collapses. And every touchdown was another brick laid in what could become one of the most captivating stories in modern NFL history. But what truly separates this moment from all the others is what Shedeur is doing, emotionally and psychologically, for a fan base that has spent decades waiting for someone like him. For the first time in years, Browns fans aren't talking about draft prospects. They're not debating free agent quarterbacks. They're not calculating trade scenarios. They are watching a young player grow, evolve, and elevate the team in real time. They are seeing flashes of what the future could look like if the organization has the courage to trust him fully. And that is something rare in Cleveland. Genuine belief. Shador's progression is happening so quickly that it's forcing fans, analysts, and even his own coaching staff to recalibrate expectations. What was supposed to be a slow developmental year is already looking like the birth of something far greater. What was supposed to be a rebuilding season has instead become a proving ground for a quarterback who seems determined to outrun every limitation placed on him. And what was supposed to be a battle for relevance is turning into the early chapters of a story that could redefine the trajectory of an entire franchise. Yet beneath all the excitement, there is an undeniable undercurrent of urgency. Because while Shedeur is proving himself week after week, the Browns cannot afford to waste performances like this. They cannot allow coaching indecision, schematic rigidity, or organizational dysfunction to undermine what is unfolding right before their eyes. They have been gifted a rare talent, the kind that fan bases spend generations searching for. And now the responsibility lies with those in charge to nurture that talent, to support it, to build around it, and to remove any obstacles standing in its way. You could feel that urgency in the stadium on Sunday. You could feel it in the crowd's reactions, in their disbelief, in their eruptions of hope. You could feel it when Shedeur dropped back, when he escaped pressure, when he fired lasers into the tightest windows. You could feel it in the way teammates responded to him, in the trust building between him and his receivers, and the respect forming on both sides of the ball. And you could feel it most in the moment the camera panned to Coach Prime in the stands, watching with the expression of a father who knew this moment was coming long before anyone else did, because that's the truth behind all of this. Shedeur didn't show up unprepared. He didn't walk into this league hoping to figure things out on the fly. He spent his entire life studying the position under one of the greatest athletes to ever walk the earth. He was molded for pressure, trained for criticism, prepared for the bright lights, taught to silence doubt not with words, but with undeniable performance. Sunday was the culmination of everything he's been building toward. Not the destination, the beginning. And the NFL is starting to realize that if he can perform like this under adversity, then the ceiling for what he can become with stability, confidence, and support is frighteningly high. This one game did more than make history. It served notice. It announced that the quiet, underestimated fifth-rounder is not content with just existing in this league. He intends to take it over. If this historic moment gave you chills, if you believe Shador Sanders just changed the future of the Cleveland Browns, smash that like button right now. Jump into the comments and let me know whether you think he already looks like the best quarterback of his draft class and what you expect from him in the final stretch of the season. And don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications, because we're following every step of Shador's rise, every game, every milestone, every moment that inches him closer to becoming the superstar he's destined to be. History is unfolding in real time, and you're not going to want to miss a single chapter.